Что касается этой авиационной катастрофы, то прежде всего хочу выразить слова искреннего соболезнования.
As for this plane crash, first of all, I want to express the words of sincere condolence to the families of all who died. It was always a tragedy. And indeed, if they were the workers of the Wagner company, as the primary data says, I will like to mention that it is people who made the significant contribution to our common cause of fighting with the neo-Nazi regime in Ukraine. We remember that, know that, and will not forget.
Наше общее дело борьбы с неонацистским режимом на Украине. Мы об этом помним, знаем и не забудем.
This is currently a significant amount of speculation surrounding the plane crash and the tragic deaths of the passengers, including Prigozhin. In the Western perspective, this speculation is presented from a well-known viewpoint. However, all of this is an absolute falsehood, and it is imperative to base our coverage on factual information. As of now, there are few established facts since they are still being determined. The president mentioned yesterday that he awaits the conclusive results of the investigation, which is expected to come soon.
Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov has said that all allegations that the Russian leadership was somehow behind the crash in which Yevgeny Prigozhin, the Wagner chief, has been reported killed are a complete lie. And this denial of any involvement from the Kremlin follows quoted comments from a US official in the US news channel CBS, suggesting that an explosion on board was the probable cause of the crash, suggesting clearly that a bomb had been planted on the plane. Peskov said in an online press conference on Friday that there's a lot of speculation about the crash, and he spoke of the tragic death of those on board. He said an investigation is ongoing into the cause of the crash, and that follows a statement earlier by Putin saying that the cause of the crash was being investigated, but Putin had added that this will take some time. So really we cannot expect that report perhaps in a hurry, and there will be questions inevitably about the degree of independence of any such official investigation under the circumstances. Putin had also expressed his condolences for the families of those killed. He spoke of Prigozhin as a leader who he had worked with for a long time. He praised his achievements and those of Wagner, but also said Prigozhin had made mistakes, referring quite clearly to the aborted June 23-24 revolt that Prigozhin had sought to lead against the Kremlin. But some uncertainty, at least in the language, continues to hover about the death of Prigozhin. Putin's reference to Prigozhin in the past tense would appear a confirmation of the death, but all references to his reported death have so far been rather oblique. Putin did not say that in so many words that Prigozhin had been killed, and Peskov also on Friday refused to comment on a specific question whether Prigozhin had indeed died in the crash. The British Defense Ministry on Friday was still saying only that it is highly likely that Prigozhin was killed in the crash. So some uncertainty continues to linger and may continue to linger for a while, and this clearly would suit many in government. In such a circumstance, anything very specific and pointed could perhaps become the trigger for some sort of reaction or retaliatory action, either in a major way or in a scattered way. And that clearly is something that any government would seek to quash or seek to diffuse. So at the moment we have some allegations that have clearly not been backed by evidence, and a denial again that lacks evidence to back it. Speculation is certain to continue for some time to come. People will of course believe what they do.